Welcome back, everyone, to the finale of building Ryloth. Let's get into it. Alrighty, guys, so we have completed Ryloth and it is here. Ryloth is done. Before I get into the montage of all the scenes I've created for Ryloth, I want to go ahead and just go through every aspect of the MOC that we've completed. From the beginning here, we have the ATOT that I made. ATOT was one of my alternate builds that I did in a video a while ago, so I hope you guys like this ATOT. I have loaded it up with some of our Phase 2 clone troopers, as you see here. Those Phase 2 clone troopers are coming up and loading right into the ATOT, and they're staged back there with another platoon or small group of clone troopers coming, with 2 more walking over here. Next to the ATOT, I do have a little fuel station here, as you see. I built this fuel station a while ago, and the fuel station I just made with some red pieces to kind of get some color out here on the battlefield. As you see, the staging area is just pretty much tan and dark tan for all of the pieces of Ryloth. So wanted to get some other color here with the yellow and the red there. And then here we have our 2 commanders, I guess you could say, our general. We have our Jedi General Yoda, or Jedi Master Yoda here, overlooking the loading of the troops, as well as Tech. And Tech is sitting here with Yoda, just making sure all the troopers are following orders and getting loaded up into the ATOT and everything is good. We have 2 of our geostructures that we see here on Ryloth. I have 1 here and then 2 here back on this side. I put them separate from each other. On the top of this first one that you see on the left, we actually have Crosshair here with his rangefinder, and he's overlooking everything on the staging area as well. He can also see vantage points like over here, making sure that's all good, and report directly back in there, which we're going to get to in just a moment. So back here, as we said, we have the Phase 2 clone troopers getting ready for going into that ATOT as well. I have another crate over here. I ended up just putting there as well. That crate is just going to be a loading crate or just more stuff for them to carry. On the back side here, we have Phase 2 clone troopers armoring up, and we have Wrecker, our next Bad Batch member, watching over. As he has a dumbbell in his hand, he's working out and watching the clone troopers as they get their thermal detonators in these crates here. And then backside here is the weapons. That way they grab their weapons. I also put thermal detonator there too if they wanted to grab one there. And then as you see, we have a Phase 1 clone trooper. So we do have a few Phase 1 clone troopers, one here, here, and then that one is working the telecommunications post. One over here. These 2 are going up into the base or outpost to get ready and get suited up with their new Phase 2 armor. This clone trooper is just finishing doing all the communications here until his turn is to go in and get some Phase 2 armor as well. The first floor, I'm going to go ahead and pull off the top 4 and get the lights on here as well, so you can see it before I take the top off and see from the inside. Here, guys, we have the lights completely on now for you, so you can see in there the clone troopers are getting their armor and getting ready to come out to the staging area. As you see on the second floor, we have the lights here going, and they flicker in the camera, but they don't flicker in the actual lighting. Just to let you guys know, it just kind of like vibrant. It just goes on and off slowly. You can kind of see it on the camera, but it looks like it's flickering a lot. It's not flickering at all. It's just the way the camera catches it. So in here, you're going to see that we have Obi-Wan Kenobi, and we also have Hunter in here on the holo table, planning for where the troops are getting completed, loaded up into the ATOT, and now moved on to wherever they're headed to as well. The walkway with the yellow tiles is where Crosshair is, as you see there, and then the light, my bricks, is in there where the power is. So it actually worked out perfectly. When we put the roof on here, you can actually see it's completely lit up from all angles, as you see there. And if we move to the other side here, you'll see that it is lit up there where Hunter is and where Obi-Wan Kenobi is in there on that holo table, which is awesome. So the MOC is complete, guys. It is a little bittersweet, but I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a little cinematic of all of the scenes here that I've made in this MOC, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up the video and go over our next MOC. Alrighty guys, so that is it. That is Ryloth. I really hope you guys enjoyed Ryloth and me making this 14-week long mock. It has been so much fun. It's been so rewarding. I've learned so much about mock building, so much about pieces, how to use them, how I want to use them, so much more with this mock. So it's been so much fun. It is a little bittersweet, a few reasons. One is obviously this is a large mock for me to do during the time frame that I had and for what I'm doing on the side of doing the mocks. And so it just really was a fun thing to accomplish. And now that it's finally over, it's kind of like I'm done. I can break these pieces down and I have so many ideas for the next mock. I'm so excited for the next mock. So stay tuned for that too. But it is sweet to be done. You know, this was something I talked about probably 6-7 months ago on the channel before we even started building Ryloth, and it has finally come to fruition and it's completely done. So it has been so much fun to do this on YouTube. I can go back and watch these videos if I ever wanted to and remember building techniques, or just watch it and see how I did this whole mock. So super fun, and thank you guys for following along each of these weeks and watching until this final finale for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little cinematic of all of the aspects that we did of Ryloth here. With that being said, this, like I mentioned in previous videos, will not make it to a convention, sadly enough. I am not having any conventions where I live or near where I live. With that being said, I'm just going to break this down, use these parts for our next mock, and our next mock will be at a convention, and we'll have a bunch of content regarding our convention that we take it to, transporting it and all that fun stuff. That'll be way down the road though. So what I do want to say is the next mock is going to be Dantooine. So it does sound like Tatooine. It's not Tatooine, it's Dantooine, a sister planet. Dantooine is featured in the 2D animated Clone Wars and is also mentioned in the actual animated Clone Wars show as well. They don't show the planet, they just mention Mace Windu is on that planet defending it from separatist forces, which is seen in the 2D animated show, just Mace Windu being an absolute boss. And I'm going to put a little clip here, and hopefully you guys see that clip before. It is one of the coolest things we've seen in Star Wars, but has not been made a mock. And so I'm going to go ahead and cover that mock, and it's going to be larger than this one. It's actually going to be 4 gray base plates, 464 gray base plates, and I'm so excited to make a giant battle on there. However, you don't see it in the TV show. It is mentioned in lore that there was an actual battle between clones and droids. Clone forces were really decimated in that battle. Actually, there was a lot of losses in that battle, so keep that in mind too. We're going to show that in the mock. So excited for the mock. There's a lot of other stuff that is going to go into Dantooine and the creation of Dantooine as well. So plenty of stuff we're going to cover in future mock videos. I don't want to get too in-depth of it. Just want to let you guys know Dantooine is going to be the next mock, featuring Mace Windu, some Phase 1 clone troopers, only Phase 1 clone troopers, and some separatist forces as well. And that is coming very soon, guys. I've been already sourcing pieces for Dantooine. I've already been getting ideas. The first week we cover Dantooine, we'll be going over the actual sketch and template of what we're going to be building in that mock. But with that being said, guys, I really hope you enjoyed Ryloth as much as I did. And thank you guys for staying along through the entirety of Ryloth. It has been long and fun, and I'm so excited and looking forward to Dantooine. If you did enjoy this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.